head MTF Sharmila Kambli, and today we are here to talk about amazing product that we have called BSPL Buy Stocks Pay Later. So before starting with our webinar today, I just have a very quick poll for all of you. The poll would be at your screen. Only 30 seconds for poll would be there only for 30 seconds. So quickly just vote. This will help us in knowing our audience better. So we have put up polls asking whether you have used BNPL facility earlier. 79% has said no, only 21% have said yes. 65% people have voted till now. All right. Great. All right. Thank you for your poll. There's another poll which is coming up there. Okay, close. Are you following our research calls, our research recommendations? Only 6% has voted till now. The quick poll. All right. So we have the number here, almost 50-50. Great. We are closing the poll now. Thank you. So for better screen experience, I'll put off the camera. If you have any questions, any queries during the session, you can put this in the question box. So before starting with this session, I just would like to quickly introduce to this amazing facility that we have. We don't want our customers to lose any opportunity in the market, and this is one product which will help you in wealth creation, considering the times which we are in. This is a very interesting time to be part of this very volatile markets, wherein you can make quick money in the market with the help of our research as well as this wonderful products. So let's get started. What we are looking in this particular session, we will be looking at the key features of BSPL, understanding what is the difference between cash and BSPL facility that we have, what is the pledge process, how margins are calculated, how we can place the order, and how mark-to-market profits are computed. So let's understand what is this facility. With this facility, you can take a position in the market without paying a full amount, and you can carry that position for T plus 275 days. You just need to pay a small portion, 25%, which is the upfront margin requirement, and rest you can carry forward the position for T plus 275 days. Two things that you have to keep in mind. First is the MTM margin. We'll look into that. What is MTM margin and how it is calculated? And apart from that, interest is a small nominal interest that we charge 0.05% per day, which needs to be paid, so that you can carry forward the position for longer period. Now, you have both the options. If you want to pay upfront margin of 25% in cash, you can do that also. Instead, if you want to utilize your current portfolio, you can do that also. I'll show you how it is to be done and how we can utilize our current portfolio, collateralize our current portfolio, get the limit, and take position in this wonderful product. So within this product, you can place order through multiple platforms. We have Empowered platform. You can also place order through your mobile application, and we have Pro Terminal also. Now let's understand the basic difference between a cash product and MTF. So it has multiple names. If you can I'll just say buy stocks, pay later, e-margin and MTF all are the same. This is the one product that we have, similar product. It's not like a different product, it's the same product. Now, what is cash? For example, you have 1 lakh rupees and the current price of the stock is 100 rupees. And you are expecting that the stock will go up to 125, right? So in cash segment, you have to pay the full amount. So you will get 1,000 quantity. If your target will achieve, then you will get a profit of 25,000. The simple vanilla product that we have is a basic cash product. Now, what is MTF? MTF says that if you have 1 lakh rupees, you can take position, you can create position for 4 lakh rupees, right? So previously, when you were getting only 1,000 rupees, here you will get 4,000 rupees, 4,000 quantities. So if your target gets achieved, your profit previously was only 25,000, now it is 1 lakh. I'll show you with the example. Let me quickly take you to our account. All right. For example, let's say Bharti Airtel is the product or the script I'm interested in. I click on buy. All right. Equity product, you'll click on buy, NSC or BSC, whatever an exchange you're comfortable with. Here, in cash, you have to select e-margin. All right. Let's say I'm looking to buy 100 quantities at the price of 1355. All right. So in cash, you must have 1,35,500 with you. But here for e-margin, you don't need 1,35,500. You just need this amount, which comes out to 34,000 is a margin requirement, right? So this is how wonderful this product is, which will help you in taking a position in e-margin. Now the upfront margin requirement for every script is different. For a couple of scripts, it is only 25%. For a couple of scripts, it can go up to 50, 55%, 45% also. On an average, for most of the scripts, it is around about 30%. Now, with this 34,000 can be paid in cash. If you want to utilize your current portfolio, you can utilize your current portfolio to pay this upfront margin also. So let's say if you're going for cash, then you must have 34,007 rupees in your bank account to take the position. That's the first situation. Let's say I don't have this 34,000 also with me. In that situation, what can be done? Let's look at that. I'll go here. I'll go to my demand balance. Okay. Let's say I have Geo with me. I can collateralize my current portfolio, utilize this particular limit, and can create a position in the market. Margin pledge, I'll agree with all the terms and conditions which are there. I'll pledge my shares. I'll get an OTP in my mobile number. All right. And I'll get the limit accordingly. So either I can utilize the cash that I have in my bank account, or I can use my holdings to get a limit to create a position. Now, as we discussed, every scripts, the upfront margin requirement is different. To know where we can see the upfront margin requirement, you have to go to our website, which is www.hdfcsec.com. All right, go down. Under important information, there is an option list of eligible scripts. You have to click here. Click on BSPL, buy stocks, pay later. It's taking some time. Okay. Now you would be able to see the upfront requirement of all the stocks. What is the upfront requirement? So we looked at like Bharti Airtel. So you would be able to see Bharti Airtel is here. So accordingly, you can take a position. See, Bharti Airtel upfront requirement is only 25%, right? Now there is very interesting thing that I want your attention. We have couple of stocks wherein we have mentioned the remark. This question has also come up in our previous sessions wherein customers asked what is this remark. So let's say previously there were multiple stocks. This list keeps on changing on daily basis depending upon the volatility in the market. If there is an internal breach that happened or the stock is very volatile, we disallow a particular stock in emergent category. So we have here mentioned in the remark, previously RT drugs emergent facility was allowed and the upfront margin requirement was 40%. However, we are not giving further exposure in this particular script. So we have mentioned the comments here. You can look at the remark and accordingly take a call. So if at all there is any remark here, it means that further exposure is disallowed. If you have any questions during this session, you can put this in the chat box. I'll take that up towards the end of the session. So there are two things in MTF. You can utilize your cash balance, which is lying in your bank account, to create MTF position, or you can also utilize your portfolio. You can collateralize your shares, get the limit, and then you can also take a position in MTF through that. So these are two things which comes here. Now another very important thing is that if you take any position in MTF, it has to be pledged on T+3. If it is not done by T+3, your position will get squared off. So you will get the link, and on T+2 days, customer must accept that. So what happens is, as per the regulation, the margin pledge mentions that the MTF positions are required to be pledged. On T, when you take the position, the payout happens on T+1, and on T+2 days, you will get the link from the depository and customers are supposed to accept that link on T+2 day itself. If that action is not done, on T+3 days, your position will get squared off. So please be very mindful of this step. This is a mandatory steps, whether you are taking a position based on cash or using your collateral. This has to be done before T+3. Otherwise, your position will get squared off. There has been many instances wherein customers were not mindful of this and the position got squared off. So please make note of this. This is very important step. And when you're taking the position, let's do it the right way. Now, what is margin and how it is calculated? See, we talked about the upfront margin requirement, and that changes depending upon the stocks, right? So we looked at some stocks have 25%, 30%, 40%, 45%, right? Apart from this, there are two other things which is important in MTF. First is the interest part of it, and second is the mark to market. Now, what is that? Let's look at it. So, margin requirement changes based on the volatility. Let's say in the first situation, when the price of the stock was 100 rupees, 30% is, let's say, the upfront margin requirement. I have paid 30 rupees as the margin requirement. On the next day, let's say the price has gone to 90 rupees now. There is an MTM loss of 3 rupees, MTM loss of 10 rupees. So MTM loss has to be paid, borne by the customer. And the new margin has become 27 rupees. See, the price has gone down from 100 rupees to 90 rupees. There is an MTM loss of 10 rupees plus my margin requirement has also gone down by 3 rupees. right? On the next day, if the price has gone up from 90 to 110, the old margin is 30%, and 3 rupees more would be needed for this. So that will be utilized. So what I'm trying to tell you is that on daily basis, based on the price of the stock, your margin requirement will change. So please have enough funds in your account to fulfill the margin requirement. You can also utilize your current portfolio to pay the MTM margins. That can be done because sometimes when we keep cash in our margin and it gets pulled up for MTM, then it creates a hassle. So you can utilize your current portfolio also to pay the margin requirement. Apart from this, nominal interest is being charged on daily basis, which is 0.05% per day, and that interest would be charged on the leveraged amount. So we looked at this example wherein I have cash of 1 lakh rupees and I'm creating a position of 4 lakh. So the interest element would be charged on that 3 lakh amount that I got as a leverage. On that, my interest would be charged as 0.05% per day. Another thing, another question that we get a lot during our webinars and our customer connect is that how mark to market profit is computed. So what happens is when there is a mark to market loss that is borne by the customer. So what happens in situations like if there is MTM profit? So MTM profit is neither added to the limit nor added to the client's bank account. This is as per the SEBI guidelines, and this is followed across all brokers. Now what happens here is, however, if there is any MTM profit to the extent of original price, purchase price, then we add as a limit to the customer's ledger. For example, let's say you have taken a position when the price was 100 rupees and the settlement price is 90. So there is an MTM loss of 10 rupees, right? However, on the next day, the price has recovered and it has gone from 90 to 95. Now your original purchase price is 100 rupees and there is a recovery of from 90 to 95, that 5 rupees would be credited as a limit in the customer's ledger. See, up to your purchase price, it can be adjusted. That is how MTM profit is computed or calculated. Another very important thing which is definitely one has to look at when we are talking about MTF is the research part of it. In today's time, when we look around, be it on the social media platforms, in WhatsApp groups, Telegram, channels, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere we're getting so many calls that buy this, buy that, the stock is doing well, this particular sector is doing well, but there is no one to authenticate that information or verify that information. One thing which I find very interesting is then that whenever we buy any gadgets for us, or like let's say I'm buying a phone for myself, we do a lot of research. We look at different reviews and then we park our money in buying that phone or whatever gadget or home appliances, whatever. But whenever we are buying a stock, we don't do our research. We depend on the research of others, and sometimes it is also not verified. So what needs to be done? So here I'm putting up the numbers are how strong our research is. We have a dedicated team here who will help you out with the research recommendations and across different outlooks. Let's say if you're looking from long-term perspective, so our success ratio is 94.4% and the average number of calendar days it took to achieve that is 86. Average returns are 15.5%. Another thing that I find very interesting is that we keep our money in FDs for a year's time for 6% interest, right? So here in few days we can get that number if we invest with all the prudence. Now, if you look at E margin here, our success ratio is 75.8%. Average rate is 5.3%. I'll show you the live numbers that we have. And average number of days in which the target got achieved is only 12 days, right? So a very encouraging number, I would say. Across different products, you can see stock options, then we have cash trading within 10 days. So depending upon your outlook, you can pick up the calls. Now we every Diwali we do share Diwali picks. Success ratio is 100%. Target achievement in 160 days on average returns are 22%. Right. So research helps us in taking informed decisions. I would request you to please track our research. This will help you guide you towards your investments. I'll take you through our live page wherein you would be able to see the research. All right. Okay. So as we discussed that we are in a very interesting time of the year where election results are around the corner. So these are short-term recommendations. If you look at it, only 10 days horizon, 3 recommendation came in yesterday. And here we have a little on 3 months time horizon also retail recommendation. I'll just quickly show you the numbers. So we gave this recommendation on 21st May when the price was 425. Now the price is 442. Just give me a second. The price is 442. We're expecting it to go to 490, and we have also provided the stop loss. Here is 405. It's a technical call and short-term call. We have already achieved 4.51%. Target has already been achieved. The total upside is 10.78%. Now, very important thing is if you want to understand the rationale behind the recommendation, I would request you to click on this PDF. And once you get this PDF, you would be able to see why we are recommending this particular stock. That's the most important thing. The rationale behind the recommendation, the logic behind recommendation, why we are saying to buy this particular stock. So on the basis of technical analysis, we have mentioned the criteria basis which we are recommending to buy this stock. Now this is, again, I'll show you another positional call. This is SJVN. Now, when we recommended, the price was 138. Currently, price is 149.30. We recommended this on 21st May 2024. We are expecting the price to go up to 170. Stop loss is 129, and it's a technical call, short-term call. With a horizon of 3 months, total potential upside is 13.86%, out of which 9.32% has been achieved. If you want to know the rationale, the logics, you can download this PDF. See, when we did the poll, most of the people are not following up with our recommendations. I would request you to please follow our recommendations. Our research team has been putting a lot of efforts, and numbers has been great, and the recent run has been quite good. So I would request all the participants to explore our research page more, and depending upon your outlook, if you're looking for positional calls, medium term, long term, we don't have much here at the moment, but medium calls has also done well. So you can look, you can explore this particular segment also. So here we have NCC as a recommendation against 3 quarters time frame. When we recommended, it was 277. Currently, it is 286. The target is 326. For our shorter run calls, or I would say our positional calls, we do provide the stop loss. However, for longer term calls, we don't provide the stop loss. So this call is valid for 3 quarters. We are expecting the target to get achieved in 3 quarters, and the overall potential upside is 13.87%, out of which we have 3.51% has been achieved. So with this, we have come towards the end of this session, but I can see there are some questions in the chat box. Let me just quickly take that up. So the interest percentage, although annually we can say it is 18%, but however, usually it's a positional call. So per day it is 0.05%. You can check with your relationship managers for if at all, because on the higher positions we do have some certain leverage, but you can check with your relationship managers. See, you can collateralize your portfolio considering have different types. Let's say ETFs may the haircuts are less. Now, what's in haircut? There's a very interesting question from Mr. Gupta, and he's saying that can we utilize like any sovereign gold bonds and other products for collateralization? So the thing is like ETFs, the haircut is the most. So if you have ETFs, you can also utilize that, and that will help you with a lesser haircut. So brokerage would be charged as per your brokerage slab. Apart from that, there would be an interest element. Now, there's a very interesting question in the chat box that whether interest is included in the PNL. So whatever PNL we have created, that is exclusive of interest, not inclusive of interest. Interest, if you want to look at, there is a separate instant interest statement that you can get, and accordingly you would be able to see how much interest you have paid. See, the one thing which is very peculiar with all the short-term callers, you have to track your calls on daily basis. Whenever we are going for positional calls or technical calls, please, I would request you to track markets on daily basis. We also say that book profit, partial book profit. So considering the markets are very volatile, if you're going for a short-term call, you have to track your positions on daily basis. There has been question so wherein people have made losses. I would see as per the calls, whenever there are any call, if you have put in your money in MTF, I would request you to please monitor that call on daily basis. We'd also say that book profit, wherein if your call is getting closer to the target, if you want to book partial profits, you can book it and come out of it. In the recent times, the calls has done very well. See, all the customers have access to our recommendations. You need to log into our website www.hdfcsec.com, and from there is a research tab. You can log into an account and you would get access to all our research. So let me just quickly show you. You have to go to our website and you have to click on research and any of these options. Considering I have already logged in, it will directly take me to the page. However, if you will log in, then you would be able, then you need to log into your account. So, on the recommendation, let's say if we give a recommendation with a time horizon of 3 months, not necessarily 3 months. If the target is getting achieved in a shorter run, then accordingly we'll close the call, right? Or let's say if there is any partial book profit, or we say that book profit and book early profit and get out of it. So those are also there, and please follow the research closely is what I would recommend. Um, Sharmila, would you like to add anything?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Charu. And I would request all your attending. Thank you for attending this webinar. We would also like to get some feedback about the webinar. Is anything more that you may want to cover? You may write into customer care and please share your feedback on the same. We would also request you, markets are doing very well, and we will keep updating our clients on how the market trends going forth. So accordingly, we will be sharing calls which are based on fundamentals for clients to invest. I would request everyone to take this opportunity and try investing into MTF, because that's where you can double. In fact, 4x is what you can buy, and 4x is what you can gain eventually. So we have platforms like we have a Sky platform, we have the Sky is a discounted brokerage platform. We have our online platform, the mobile, which you can use. Any help that you require, you can call out to us on our customer care, write into customer care. We're all there to help you. So all the best, guys. We'll keep having these sessions. We'll keep adding some more points. We'll take it to the next level going forth. And I would request everyone to please attend. We're going to have a special webinar with our research team, Mr. Devarsh Vakil, who is the deputy head research at the moment. And it's just after the election, so sometime near the election time. So please look out for that webinar where he will be addressing, everyone. So thank you for attending this webinar, and everyone, you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the session. We are concluding the session now. Thanks a lot.